Welcome to the series where I cast your solo queue games. Today we're taking a look at a very special player. A top lane main who has been terrorizing the domain of Silver Elo for centuries. A guy whose pure presence in the top lane can make the whole enemy team trembling with fear. I'm talking about the Mordekaiser for blue team here, Palpatosia 8. And yes, I have no idea if that's the way to pronounce his name, but I'm sure that he will put in a good effort in this game, showing us how you play the deadly Mordekaiser down in the Silver Elo. Let's see here in level 1 where we have an invade from the side of red team here. Doesn't look good for Fiddlesticks here, walking straight into the... looks to be a Silver Elo game already. We have first blood here for Trundle. Gets a kill with his jump, I guess, but it's a 5 versus 1 against the Fiddlestick who just walks blindly. Probably was on his other monitor or making toast, something like that. Well, it's a early first blood here for the red team. But as I said, we're looking at Mordekaiser in this game, Palpatosia 8. In a pretty rough lane, I would say, to begin with. When you play against, obviously when you play melee against a range, it's always tough or rough early, as Palpatosia is doing in this game, playing against the Graves. But I assume that whenever Mordekaiser gets his level 6, get access to the Realm of Death, I think it's called, he should be able to all in the Graves, because the great thing about playing range into melee is that you can always kite them, but if he's ever in range of the Realm of Death, well, then there's only a certain distance that he could travel inside that Realm of Death, so Mordekaiser should be able to get close here. We see that Graves has gotten his level 2, taking his E, dashes in, and it's a pretty rough trade here for Mordekaiser to begin with, and it should be like this up onto level 6. If we take a look here in the bot lane, we have a Nautilus and a Draven, looks to get the second kill of the game, is hit by the death sentence, so Wild Thresh goes down, but it is still a 1 for 0 here in the bot lane. Draven gets the first kills and some of his stacks cashed out here, where Trundle is already down here for a level 3 gank after clearing his blue side. Draven flashes and heals, will maybe get away, so Jhin flashes forward also. Can he hit the Deadly Flourish? Doesn't look like he has leveled it up already. Misses the Deadly Flourish up, or rather on Draven, but hits it on Nautilus. No one goes down here in the bot lane. Very close call for the blue side here. What about top lane? Will Palpatosia goes down? He is taken down by Graves here. Let's see, I don't think that Fiddlestick should be able to do anything, just manages to escape with his life. And a rough start to the lane here for Palpatosia on the Mordekaiser, as it should be against the Graves, who can just perma-shove, perma-poke you. You play this very immobile top laner in Mordekaiser, so obviously a pretty rough laning phase so far. Also now down 10 CS, you want to get to that level 6 to just play it safe from now on. Maybe trying to get the lane in a good state here. Victor stuns Brand with his gravity field. Doesn't look like they will kill the Brand either. A couple of unfortunate ganks here from the side of Fiddlesticks for the blue team here. We have Trundle lurking around mid. Can you look to utilize this Pillar of Ice to at least force a flash from Victor here? Doesn't look like he will do so. Instead, Thresh threatens the death sentence, which Victor sidesteps without, or with relative ease, I should say. Brand here low on health and low on mana. Looking at the top lane again, it's pushed in, so Mordekaiser can now get a free recall if you want. But looking at the bot lane here, it is a 2 versus 1. Thresh were mid lane, which the blue team look to punish. Instead, Draven get a death sentence to the face. It's a 1 for 1 in so far in the bot lane. Both ADCs dead. What will happen here? Let's see if they can manage to get the Thresh here. Jhin kills the Nautilus with one of his traps. Doesn't look like again that Fiddlesticks will get a kill in the bot lane. So that's now 3 unfortunate ganks for Fiddlesticks here. 0 kills has he gotten. still up 9 CS over Trundle, but not the best start here from the blue side jungler. And obviously it's also one of the things that's very tough to do early game as Fiddlesticks is skank. Usually you just want to look for a fast level 6, because when you have access to the Crow Storm, Fiddlesticks is just another kind of champion. You can gank from different angles. You have the passive fear whenever you spawn on top of them with the Crow Storm. It's just a whole other dimension of ganking compared to these level 3 ganks that we've seen, where you have to run slowly into lane. And also flashes on top of the Jhin, roots him, and Draven gets another kill. There's now a Draven with 2 kills. So has the Jhin. So a really up-tempo bot lane, we could say, with two bot lanes who is in this game to fight. And that is probably also what you get when you have the double hook in the bot lane. You have both Thresh with his death sentence, but you also have the Nautilus with his depth charge. I think, no, not the depth charge, the dredge line, I should say. Looks like there will be a trade 1-for-1 here in the mid lane. Both mid laners go down, they take down each other also. Nautilus pops the ignite, so does Viktor, so it is a double ignite mid lane. And Brent also pops his ignite, and I have no idea what Draven just did there. Maybe he was looking for a dive. I don't know, just ran on the turret and ended right there. Would have been a good time for red team to look for the dragon, but instead Trundle recalls, so they will not get the dragon in this moment right here. No, doesn't look like it. But okay, another very aggressive game again. This is silver elo, so I think we're in for a treat. We should expect a high kill game. Right now we have 10 kills in 7 minutes, and it's looking to be a kind of a banger. Talking about scaling here, it's not. I don't think that one team necessarily wins the later the game goes. What you can say is that, well, blue team, you have an arcane character, right? You have Viktor, and Viktor right now is just extremely broken whenever he gets to scale. He already has a kill. He has 40 CS, not that good, but does have a kill. And great presence against this brand. A relatively free lane for him, at least. We see here Fiddlesticks has gotten access to his Crow Storm, uses it on top of the Graves here, fears him, and gets the kill also onto the Graves. Great gank here from Fiddlesticks. Again, that's what you want to look for when you play Fiddlesticks, but at the same time looks like Nautilus is caught out a bit. Draven, once again, he likes to eat these sentences, death sentences, but manages to escape. It will still be a kill for red team here. Brand manages to take down the Nautilus, and it is a bit of a mid diff right now. If I would have to give my own humble opinion, it's now 2 kills on the Brand. He's still up 10 CS. He's done a great roam right there, getting a kill onto the blue team support here. They're also gonna get a plate. They get the dragon. So overall a great roam for the red team mid lane here. But yeah, talking about the mid lane matchup again, Viktor is just so strong whenever he gets a scale. So is Brand, obviously, because the later the game goes, you just press your ultimate and then you do a ton of damage, right? We're looking at a 2v2 here. Viktor pops the Crow Storm. At the same time, there's a 1 versus 1 in the top lane. Mordekaiser popped the Realm of Death, which I thought would be enough to get the 1 versus 1 kill, but he ends up going down pretty easy actually to the Graves. What about in the mid lane here? Brand flashes towards Fiddlesticks, trying to take him down, but he will not. Also looks like he will escape though. Yeah, so no one goes down here in the mid lane. Instead it is a solo kill in the top lane. And not the greatest of lanes right now for our protagonist of this episode, Palpatosia. Down 30 CS, down 2 kills to his direct lane opponent. I also think Graves was taking a plate, maybe 2 in the top lane, so it's not looking so good here. But again, you have great scaling on the Mordekaiser also, so if you can get a couple of items on his belt, maybe an item or 2, he should be able to single a couple of the red team members out and just take them down inside the Realm of Death, his ultimate. But yeah, right now he's being bullied a lot by this Graves. You see again, Graves can just dash in, pop his Q, look to get these trades whenever Mordekaiser doesn't have his pull up, right? In the bot lane, a very bad Pillar of Ice, but a flash death sentence from Thresh should ensure the kill here onto the blue team support. Nautilus goes down once again. It's a 1-for-0 with a Thresh really making some plays also. Always landing the death sentence normally onto the blue team ADC, but this time he flashed and hit the death sentence onto the Nautilus. So a great playmaking support here for red team so far. See, Graves here goes in once again with his E, pops a smoke screen onto Mordekaiser and doesn't look to get anything more than that. It will be a third plate in the bot lane. And Graves could have looked to maybe kill Mordekaiser here with his ultimate collateral damage, but it wasn't cooldown. Draven once again takes a death sentence to the face. I think that's 4/5 times already in 11 minutes. Goes down once again. And if this is your typical solo queue Draven, he is hella tilted right now. Down 20 CS, his third death of the game. Jhin has 5 kills already and he takes these death sentences no matter where he goes. So if I'm Draven right now, I'm probably a bit tilted, but there's always the potential obviously for comeback. So how do you want to win this game if you're blue team? If we support our protagonist of this episode, Palpatoshe, well then how do you win the game? And obviously you have a Fiddlesticks, you have a Victor who has the Chaos Storm, so you have great AP scaling right there, you have great AoE, so you want to probably look to get not too far behind and then just look for team fight at the objectives, at the Drakes, at the Heralds, at the Baron. Let's see here where Mordekaiser pops the Realm of Death onto Trundle. It looks like it will be a solo kill here before he gets out of the Realm of Death, and here is Brand. What will it be, a 1 versus 2, or will Brand get the kill onto Mordekaiser? Let's see here. It is a 1 versus 2 double kill for Palpatoshe here on the Mordekaiser. Will he also look to take down the Graves? Will it be a 1 versus 3 triple kill? Doesn't look like it. Graves will get the return kill, but still a 1 versus 2 double kill here for our protagonist Palpatoshe. A very good outplay here. First popping the Realm of Death onto the Trundle, taking him down, then standing probably a bit lucky, but right on top of Brand and just taking him down from there. Great play. Fiddlestick here pops a Crow Storm in the bot lane. Fierce Jhin flashes away, but his silence goes down to the Fiddlesticks. Once again, Draven takes a death sentence to the face. Dead once again. Wow. Let's see if Fiddlesticks can get away here. Fierce Trundle. Actually, I think blue team could look for a 2v2 here, but they do not. It is a 1-for-1 in the bot lane. Should probably have been a 1-for-0, but Draven he's a sucker for these death sentences so far. Graves about to get his fourth plate here in the top lane. Will deny a couple of minions from Palpatoshe also. Goes down to the turret, but he is up there right now to collect his XP at least. Is on a shutdown already, Mordekaiser. Even though he's down 30 CS, so I don't really know how that works since Graves is also on the shutdown and they have the same shutdown. Riot Games working a bit weird, I guess, but okay, he is on the shutdown, starting to look good, has his first item, so does Graves, so not really that far behind thanks to the double kill that he got right before. Also put some pressure on top. He has taken down a couple of plates at least here where plates have fallen. Let's see what this Nautilus can do here to get out of the pickle that he's in. Flashes away, is hit by another death sentence, goes down to Brand, who also pops his Pyroclasm's ultimate to get the kill onto Nautilus. Another 1 versus 1 in the top lane, inside the Realm of Death. Looks like now actually Mordekaiser will get out on top, but instead he decides to back off because here is Fiddlesticks and they should be able to get the kill onto Graves. Yeah, Fiddlesticks gets the kill, Draven gets a kill in the bot lane. It is a 2-for-1 so far on the map. Jhin doesn't go down, so it's a 2-for-2 split between the teams here with 2 kills going over to the red team in the bot lane and blue team getting the return kill in top lane. Very unlucky. Draven flashes forward, doesn't manage to kill Jhin even though he was really low. And what's happening here? Whew. Fiddlesticks barely managed to escape. Will he go down to the red smite? Yeah, he ends up going down to the red smite. Going for an invade onto the Trundle. Let's see here, Palpatoshi is looking for the first turret here of the game for blue side. Will not get it. Whew. Thresh flashes on top of Draven, misses the flay, also misses the death sentence onto Draven, so he should be free right now. I have no idea why they're chasing, because both of his abilities are on cooldown. But here is Nautilus, pop the depth charge onto Jhin, should be able to get the kill onto the red team ADC here. Will Thresh get the return kill onto Draven, or will it be a 2 for 0? Yeah, Thresh takes down Draven. It is a 1 against 1 right now between the supports, but here is Viktor, gets a kill onto the Thresh, so it is a 2 for 1 here for blue team, where red team is starting the Herald, it looks like. A bit late to take down the first Herald. Obviously, you want to take the first Herald before 14 minutes. You want to pop the Herald in a lane where you can get the first turret, or you get the first turret gold. You get a couple of plate goals, gold also. But okay, they still take down the Herald. Better late than never. And they look for another 2 versus 1 against Mordekaiser. But once again, this is what you can do when you play Mordekaiser. You pop the Realm of Death, and then you are in a 1 versus 1, even though you go into a fight like this. Will he take down the Trundle? It looks like he will take down the Trundle. Now he turns his attention to Graves. Will it be another 1 versus 2? Or will he be kited? Looks like he will. No, he actually manages to take down Graves. So red team, they get the Herald, but Palpatoshi once again in a 1 versus 2 gets a double kill. Wow, and this Mordekaiser is starting to get a bit out of control right now. He should also get a turret here when he pushes in the lane, and that means that he probably has a lot of gold that he can spend once he goes B. Draven dukes the death sentence once, or probably for the second time in the game. They take down Jhin here with his whirling death ultimate. Fiddlesticks in the mid lane with his Crow Storm. They also take down Brand. He is feared, taken down by Viktor. Great scaling here for blue team, and the kills is only 16 to 17, but blue team have a 2k gold lead at this point. And with some great scaling, it's starting to look very good for blue team here out of nowhere, even though the ADC were in the depths early game. So were Mordekaiser. But okay, it's been a great comeback so far. Blue team, they are looking for a dive here onto the Thresh. I think Nautilus will go down. Yes, he will. And here is Fiddlesticks also trying to get the kill. Will Draven also go down? Draven also goes down, but he's executed, so it doesn't matter. Let's see if Jhin will take down the Fiddlesticks, who doesn't try to dupe the curtain call at all. Okay, Fiddlesticks goes down, so it 3 members from blue team go down, but Draven is executed, so it's not that bad. But still a 2 for 1 for red team overall. Once again, Realm of Death onto to the Graves, and there's just no counterplay. You cannot run away, so yeah, Mordekaiser looking out of control right now. Also has anti-heal, has the Ninja Tabi, so he will be practically impossible for anyone else than Brain to take down, as it is right now. The game state level 14 already. Palpatoshi really starting to show that this game is a top lane diff. Blue team though, they get the 3rd dragon of the game, so there is soul to play for it. They are on soul point. It is the Hextech soul, which is obviously a very strong soul, probably the strongest that we have right now since the nerf of, or not the nerf, but since they took away the Chemtech soul. There is definitely a comeback opportunity for red team here, where they pop the Herald in mid lane. They should get the first mid turret of the game, or not, rather the first mid turret, second of the game, but their first mid turret of the game. Just using the fact that they had better tempo. No one of blue team were there to defend, and which means that they could just take down the turret for free with the help of the Herald. And what are we looking for here? Looks like both teams are contemplating a team fight just because. Yeah, no real reason. Graves caught inside the Death Row or the Realm of Death once again. Fiddlesticks could argue it's a KS. Pops the Crowstorm, forces Brand's flash away. And Nautilus is a bit caught up, but he says, nope, you're not stuck in here with me, I'm stuck in here with you. No, or not Nautilus, Trundle goes down rather with the help of Victor, so does Brand, and this Victor has also just suddenly scaled out of control. 1.5 items, 5 kills already, 130 CS in 20 minutes. Not the best, but we have to remember this is a solo game, and this should mean that the Baron will go over to the blue team, blue team here with 3 kills. 3 kills to going to the blue team before they take down the Baron here. Let's see if Thresh can seal it with the death sentence. Not the greatest of smite from Fiddlesticks, but he manages to take down the Baron. I think he should be glad that Nautilus caught that death sentence from Thresh, because it looked pretty dangerous. The Baron got very low. Okay, blue team, they reset here. Everyone else than Fiddlesticks should take these 2 camps and then reset by a couple of items. Doesn't look like he will do so. But instead everyone goes back to their lane. They decide not to group for now, so Mordekaiser going back top lane. Could look for Graves once again. Pretty isolated on the top side, or rather the top half of the map as it stands right now. Brand taking down the group up here. Well, red team, you just want to look to defend so far. Trundle looking for a pick here onto the blue team support, but Draven is there, so it's just kind of ending. He goes for the play alone. Maybe thinks that he can take down the blue team support with his subjugate and just pure attack damage. And then Draven decides to end for some reason, almost taking down the red team mid laner Brand. Walks into 3 other members though, and he ends up going down. So it is a 1-for-1 across the last 30 seconds of action that we saw in the bot side river. Also flashes the wall to land the depth charge onto Jhin. At the same time, Fiddlesticks goes in with the Crowstorm, gets a double kill. There's now 6 kills for the blue team jungler. Mordekaiser gets a tier 2 in the top lane, and now they can look to push. They have 2 members dead on the side of red team. This should be at least a tier 2 mid lane turret, probably also an inhib turret, since both Trundle and Brand is still in bot lane for some reason. I have no idea what they're doing there. Mordekaiser threatening a dive, but misses his Q, I totally forgot what the name is. Nautilus though lands the dredge line, forces the Sonyas off of Brand. Victor gets the kill. But they do not have any minions so far, so it will not be an inhibitor turret or an inhibitor here for blue team. Up 5 kills though, 7k gold lead already, and we have to remember that Drake is spawning in a second here, which is probably why we see that Trundle is trying to hide inside the blue team jungle, but it looks like they know he's here. Draven should be able to 1 versus 1. Jungle here, no, he will not. Will it be a 1-for-1 though, or will Trundle manage to escape with his life? Is targeted here by the depth charge. Will he hit the... Okay, so Trundle goes down also. In the same time, Mordekaiser manages to take down the red team ADC also. Wow, it's a very fast-paced game here, I'm sorry. But 48 kills already in 24 minutes. Blue team here, they managed to deny the soul for red team here, so things are starting to looking dire for red team. Right now they have to wait for another 5 minutes for the next break to spawn, and then they want to try and get it to get a chance of winning this game with the soul, but I don't really see any other way they can do it. Probably with a big misplay from Fiddlesticks maybe, because and Victor just, yeah, it's starting to look rough here. Graves using the collateral damage to escape from blue team ADC. Fiddlesticks goes in 1 versus 3, is hit by a death sentence. Will use his Sonyas now, but it looks like he will go down to the red team support here. Now 2 kills here for red team. Actually both Fiddlesticks and Victor misplays. Mordekaiser should also go down here, but he will get a return kill onto the red team jungler here. So a 3-for-1 here for red team, but getting a couple of very good shutdowns. Jhin getting 2 600 gold shutdowns, so that's just 2,000 gold for Jhin right there. Draven gets a free kill, probably the easiest kill he's ever gotten on that champ. Cash in on some more stacks. And if you look at the CS, it's starting to look like it is really a silver kind of game, right? We have 116 CS on Draven in 26 minutes. The best farming player of the game is Brand with 180 in 26 minutes. Yeah, it's not the best, but we have to remember it is silver. And we're also seeing a lot of action, which obviously means that people are farming less than you would normally do, right? Draven here caught out a bit again. Will juke the stun from Brand, but go down to the burn eventually. So it is now a blue team ADC with 10 deaths so far, playing, yeah, I mean, like your typical solo queue Draven will do. It's all in or nothing all the time, and that's just how they play these kind of Draven players. But okay, they get another pick, and they have gotten like a lot of gold back with the shutdowns that they got before onto Victor, onto Fiddlesticks, and onto the Mordekaiser. So it is now only a 5k gold lead, a lot of gold onto the Jhin, who has 3 items now. Let's see if Trundle will go down here again. Looks like he will. I have no idea what this Trundle is doing at this point. I feel like every time he dies, he's just ending, going in alone. Yeah, but okay, Trundle is dead once again. Blue team pinging the Baron, but instead deciding to push down mid lane. And I think you want to take the Baron, because red team has a relatively good wave clear. They have the Jhin with his bouncing grenade. They have Brand with great wave clear also, with his pillar of ice, or not pillar of ice, his pillar of flame is it it's called on Brand. And they have Graves also with his Q. A lot of good wave clear. So yeah, you want to take the Baron here to get those Baron empowered minions, so that you can aggro the turret, so then you can force a dive maybe when the minions get close to the turret. They get the Baron free, completely uncontested. Red team way too late to react on the play, and yeah, they get a Baron. So now you want to push mid as a group, probably. You could also send the Mordekaiser top lane, because you know he can 1v1 everyone at this point. But yeah, if I have blue team here, I push mid as 5 and I force dive the second the minion wave hits the mid lane turret. Just Fiddlesticks is just looking for a Crow Storm on top of a couple of members. Doesn't even need to get the Fear up, just get in the middle of them and force the Zhonya's at least. Ooh, Mordekaiser fails his flash over the wall. Still looks for a dive though. Tries to get Brand, but instead gets Jhin. Will go down, I think. Yeah, he goes down. It is a 1-for-1 on the other side of the fight. Graves also goes down. 2-for-2 so far. Fiddlesticks goes in with the Crow Storm. Will get a 3rd kill of the game, a 4th also. So it's 4 kills to 2 here for blue team. A lot of misplays in the fight for blue team. They come out of the top just because of the pure lead that they have right now, the gold lead and the scaling that the crucial members have done with the Fiddlesticks, with the Victor so far, who just popped the Chaos Storm and the Crow Storm, and it's just so much damage, so much AoE damage. Looks to... yeah, and blue team, they will end the game here. So actually our main character will, even though he's dead right now, Palpatoshi, he gets the win. A 7-5-7 score here as his teammates. They take down the last Nexus turret. They will also take down the Nexus here in 29 minutes. And with a 10k goal lead, 35 kills, they end the game with a win. Palpatoshi, he leaves the game, but he is left with another win in the elo that he loves so much, that is silver. But yeah, probably not the best casted game I've done, but hey, Palpatoshi, thank you for letting me cast your game. And remember, if you're watching this and you want me to cast your game, feel free to comment your summoner name in the comments. And until next time, see ya.